Hi, are you anxious and maybe don't even realize that? So, there is a scientific way to really understand if you're prone to anxiety, if you're prone to being anxious, and I'm going to share with you what that is today. I'm Melanie of Root to Rise Wellness, and I empower anxious women over 40 facing reflux and other digestive issues to rebalance their nervous systems, to move stuck energy, and to basically understand their body's needs. And this is the foundation of really lasting peace and confidence. So, one of the ways we can know if we are anxious is by the word interoception. What does that mean? So, there's two parts to interoception that are really important. One is the actual experience, and then the other is the interpretation of the experience. Because the reality is, two people can experience the same trauma and react differently to it, right? And so we want to make sure we're creating healthy pathways, right? And we are understanding how much of our bodies we're in tune with. Now, having good interoception may or may not be a good thing because if you're hypersensitive in your own body, like I am, then you're hyper attuned to discomfort or things, and you have neurons firing at you all the time, and you may be really reactive and really sensitive. And so I am that way. I have a high interoception score, which means I'm more prone to kind of anxiety, which is why I have a lot of tools that I use to help me, and I'm sharing that with clients. So you can have tools such as slowing down your breath. So normal breathing would be, let's say, 12 breaths per minute. If you do something called coherence breathing and you lower that to 6 breaths per minute, right? You're calming your body and you're getting into that parasympathetic or more rest and digest state. Another thing would be putting your feet in the earth barefoot, right? Earthing or doing my vagus training. So I have a 20-minute training that gets you into the parasympathetic state and really works on detoxing, healing, increasing your immunity, and getting into that rest and digest state. So, how can you know if you are, if you have a high interoception or a low interoception score? A really low score wouldn't be good either because then you're not in tune with your body sensations at all, right? So, one way that you can do this is get a stopwatch and count how many heartbeats you feel in a minute. Okay. And then write that number down. And then with your fingers on your wrist or on your neck, count your heartbeats and write that number down. And that would be again in 1 minute. Then wait 2 minutes and do it again. And then what you're going to do is take the average of those numbers. So if you count 60 heartbeats and the pulse average is 80, then your difference is 20. Then you divide the difference by the pulse average, which would be 0.25 in this example. Track that number from 1, and then you get your interoception score. And here are what the averages are. So then you can know if you have moderate, high, or low interoception. So this is kind of a clue as to, well, how in tune are you with your bodily sensations? And then the next step is obviously learning strategies to get you more in that relaxed state and being aware that you are maybe hypervigilant like I am and need more strategies essentially to get into that rest and digest state. If you'd like my vagus nerve training, you can grab that on my website. It is free currently, and it's at roottorisewellness.org/vagus nerve. And that is 20 minutes practice where it can get you more in that rest and digest state. Thank you, Melanie from Root to Rise Wellness.